Did you watch that epic showdown on Sunday? I'm so mad at myself because halftime I thought it was over, so I turned it off, and I was so disappointed to see I missed one of the best games of all time. Long story short, millions of people turned in, some for the game, others for the commercials, but regardless of whether you're a football fan or not, one thing is for sure, both teams had been preparing for that game for months, years, even longer. I mean, Brady, that was what, his 5th Super Bowl? That was awesome. And my next guest says that one game plan we can all learn from is something that he is here to advise us upon today. Adam Wolf is Jacksonville's retirement coach, and he joins us every Tuesday to talk about all things finance. How are you doing? Did you fall asleep?
Great.
Did you watch? I mean, were you asleep like me at halftime?
Yeah, first off, congratulations.
I'm so excited. Thank you.
Welcome back.
It's fun. It's a whole new lease on life. But you know that because you've got little Isabella.
She turns 4 in April. It's like
it goes by so quick. Isn't that what people say?
Like
That's what they
this.
say. They say it goes by quick. And I'm like, well, she's only like almost 3 months now.
Yeah, considering on Sunday I watched the first half and I was taking care of Bella. She was a little under the weather. My wife was under the weather a little bit too. So by the time 3 minutes into the second half occurred, I was done. And fell asleep.
Oh man, and missed it too.
And I love football, so it's just one of those things.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of one of the things. It's okay. I watched the game like at 3 a.m. that morning. They replayed it on the NFL Network. All is well. You can do the same too. Okay, so let's talk a little bit about why you're here, because you say, it's important for planning purposes, just like if you're a professional athlete, if you're, playing, you need to make sure you're well prepared. You say the same is true for retirement planning.
With football, a lot of folks, I mean, it's usually year-round nowadays for these NFL players, but a lot of them are starting in August, and they'll go, throughout the fall to get to the point of a Super Bowl.
But people don't think about that when they think about retirement. Yeah. It's just like one of those things, I just put money away, I'm not really even thinking about it. But you say there's really, you have to train for it, just as you would train for the Super Bowl as a professional athlete.
It's a big deal because, it's just not all at once, I'm ready to retire, how's it going to go? And I do meet with some folks like that, but, if we can get ahead of it and plan for it and prepare for it, it's going to make that day and then getting through retirement that much easier.
And you say when you were watching and you saw a lot of the players, getting into the red zone, more Atlanta Falcons, in the first half than it was Tom Brady with that pick six, which, I thought it was over. Anyway, long story short, you say there's some similarities that you can take to retirement planning by being in the red zone.
Yeah, the red zone, that, those yards before they score a touchdown or score a field goal, that's like 5 to 7 years away if we were to equate that to retirement. That's the time of your life when, looking at when you're going to retire, approximately when you're going to retire, and start to put together a more like formal plan of how you're going to get there. And that takes into account, the fees you're paying in your overall plans, whether it's your IRA or 401k, the risks that you're taking within your current plan. Maybe it's at a 401k that the employer's matching money on, or maybe you have a pension option that they say, hey, you know what, in 5 years you're going to have to make a decision whether to take a pension stream or take a lump sum. So taking into account taxes. But 5 to 7 years out is approximately what the red zone needs to look like.
And so, you talked about a lot of things there to consider, and it can be overwhelming when you think about what should I do, and that's why you say you need a coach, just like you would be if you were an athlete, to help you get through the red zone and into the end zone, and to be happy and to celebrate and do the little dunk where the guy jumped into the what was that? What was that?
He jumped in some kind of bucket or something.
Was it the Goodwill? No.
The pot. He jumped into the pot.
He's not looking. He's not helping me. It's my first day back. Cut me some slack.
Curtis, we need help.
But you want to be successful, and so you say having someone to help guide you is key.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Salvation Army. Thank you.
Salvation Army.
That's
yes.
what it was. Sorry.
No, there's a lot of folks out there to help people grow their money and get up to retirement, but to get you to and through it. It takes a different mindset from an advisor. So there's a lot of investment or financial advisors out there, but those that focus on retirement, there's few, and that's what we do. So retirement takes a point where we're now having this nest egg and all these different income streams or expenses and budget where you're not going to be able to go back to work unless you choose to and make up the time and the money. So having it distributed out to you and using the money so you don't run out of money, so you don't have to reduce your lifestyle, that's the key of retirement. That's the major success
and reducing your lifestyle. You want to enjoy retirement. Correct. You don't want to have to think, oh my goodness, I didn't do a good job. Maybe I had the money, but then planning it out, I maybe didn't do that well. Now I'm thinking about going back to work. That's not what retirement's all about. It's about visiting the grandkids.
Bingo.
All right, talk about the special offer very quickly, because you say for people in the red zone, they can get help. with retirement planning.
So what we're doing for folks, we're having a review for folks on the first 15 callers of the show that are going to come in, and we're going to answer all of your questions and get your plan in place and start to look at your plan. We're going to assess your fees, see how much you're paying with your current advisors or current 401k plan. The ones I've been seeing lately are a little high, so we definitely need to look at those. And then the risk, I mean, we're like 8 years, come March 9th, we're 8 years into a bull market, and we have not had a 20% correction or more, and it's the second longest ever.
Yeah.
So if we're nearing retirement and we might be more aggressive or moderately aggressive, and we need to scale back, we need to look at that. So we'll look at that, analyze it for you. It'll be complimentary, no obligation. And that's what we do.
There you go, first 15 callers. I thought of you when the Dow hit 20,000. I thought of you.
And then it went backwards.
But it's back up again. So, all right, we'd like to thank Wolf Retirement Navigation for sponsoring the segment. Again, remember to call that number. First 15 callers will get that complimentary inspection of their portfolio, 904-232-8760. And again, you will be just one of the first 15. So better to do it quicker than later. You might miss out on a good deal for the snapshot review. Okay,
Yes.
If you have a question about retirement as well, you can always ask Adam yourself. Just send an email to questions@jacksonvilles with an S, retirementcoach.com. It's on your website, and we might answer one of your questions right here on the air.
Yes.
Okay.